Hello, welcome to another episode of the Raven Brotherhood. I'm Phillip.
I'm Brian.
And we hope you're doing well today.
Yes.
So, we just got back from our guys trip called Geekapalooza, and we'd like to talk about that today. Unfortunately, we made a video at Geekapalooza. Had the river in the background. We had two guests for the first time. Two of our buddies were there, Don and Marcus. Filmed it. And as soon as we started filming, we were outside, of course, and as soon as we started filming it, some guy started mowing next door.
It was just way too loud. It was too much background noise in the video, and we just decided not to.
So we didn't post it.
No.
And, we hope to get some better equipment. Maybe we can get microphones and stuff and make this a better production anyway. We're up to 12 subscribers now, so getting pretty popular, I think.
It's pretty good, 12. What was that from, 11?
Yeah, well, last week was 11, I think, last time. So... we're really getting famous, I think. It's hard to go outside. Got paparazzi and stuff following you around.
No.
So with that, we should be able to have the funds to buy equipment. So we'll look into that.
Thank you for all 12 of you.
That's right.
Without you, this would not be possible.
And so with that, Brian, we have sponsorships like we had last time.
Yep.
We had, was it Ovaltine? So Brian has a new sponsor. Somebody contacted us recently, and we would like to just have a small break to do that. And I hate to mix money with this, but it's a necessary evil if we're going to keep up this kind of production.
Yep.
So we'll be right back. We have a little break. Work for our sponsors. We'll see you soon.
Okay. I would like to talk to you about Acme rubbers. When the time is right and you're ready, dazzle her with the assorted colors of Acme rubbers, designed for your protection as much as hers.
Brian, where did you get that?
Store.
This is our sponsor? You know that. These are balloons. They're actually open. You didn't use one of these, did you?
No. And remember to make sure you have your kids spayed and neutered.
That's enough of this. Let's get back to the show. All right, so that didn't go well at all. You need to do better with our sponsorships, I think. All right, let's just try to work on that.
That was pretty creative.
All right, so we're going to talk about Geekapalooza today, and we're also going to talk about the book a little bit, just because we have to. The book is the true sponsor of the show. It produces ones and ones of annual sales. It's a big thing in this area. Everybody knows Row Books.
Yeah.
So when you get your sales that high, you're producing ones of dollars, you get recognized. So that's the true sponsor. So we'll talk about the book a little bit. Again, I got the production of book 6. It's in editing. All right. It's actually past editing. It's in proofreading now. I have 2 different people look at it before I finalize things. So, and it's such a massive book, Brian. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, I put it out in my newsletter for those of you who subscribe. Thank you. But the newsletter mentioned that we might be taking a break from writing for you and I to go like touring. Like we'll go do some shows and stuff again. Right. So book 6 is the perfect stopping point for that.
Where's one of those shows? Is one of those shows like in Nashville or something like that? Where was it? Was it Nashville?
It was somewhere over there, yeah. I can't remember the name of it or anything.
So
we got to find something to go to.
If we get to go, we're going to be doing some videos from out there as well.
Yeah, we'll do that. This thing looks crooked, Brian. It's crooked. Does that matter?
I think it looked better this way. Okay.
All right, anyway. So one thing I want to talk about, we've been talking about book 6 forever, it feels like. Ever since we started the first episode, book 6 is coming, book 6 is coming. The reason it's taken so long is because it's huge. It's like 230,000 words, which is way too long. But it's a pivotal part in the story, and I had to capture a lot of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it coming out, but it's going to be a huge book. It's just taking some time. So this is late August. It should be out sometime in October. So we're getting close.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
for my birthday.
That's right. One thing I want to talk about was, and I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but I was invited to participate in a book that's going to have 34 different authors in it. And I'm one of them. And we wrote short stories. And the theme of this short story was ring, some kind of ring. And the guy who is promoting this and doing this, Ro Bushy, which is one of my buddies, is a fellow author. He said, write about whatever you want as long as it's centered around a ring of some type. And so I decided to do something different than the fantasy. So this isn't about Cassandra. It's not even fantasy. It's more like it was meant to be like a horror story, and I don't know what it is. You have to read it and find out. But it was real short. It's 5,000 words, and there's going to be lots of good authors in this thing, and it's going to be on Kickstarter starting September 1st. And Brian, if you could put up that little thing there that shows.
That's just really cool. I'm going to get really close to it so you can see it. Isn't that cool art? That is very cool art.
Yeah, so that's going to be on Kickstarter September 1st. And they have different things that, the more you support it, the better stuff you get. Signed books, and I don't know what all they have, but it should be pretty interesting. I think what it's going to do is called Rings of Adventure. So what they're going to do is in December, I think they're going to release like one story a day or something.
Oh, okay.
It's like an advent calendar, for the holidays. So anyway, I wanted to promote that a little bit because it's right around the corner. And we got a lot of good authors with this one. So it'd be kind of cool to check out. So that's my latest project along with book 6. And we'll see how all that goes. But that's enough for the book there, I think, Brian. The real reason we're here today is to make up for our lost video of Geekapalooza. That was a real shame because Marcus and Don were with us and provided some good feedback, and we shared some memories. And
yeah, it's a shame that it didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to.
Yeah.
Mainly because of that idiot mowing in the background.
Well, again, I think we need microphones and stuff. I don't think our quality is very good, so it would be nice to have better equipment. If we never get a real sponsor, maybe that'll happen.
Mm. You didn't like Acme rubbers?
Those are balloons, Brian.
So you say.
All right, so Geekapalooza. This, just to refresh everybody's memory, all 12 of you, to remind you what this is. It's me and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other guys, depending on who can go. Our buddies that play Magic the Gathering. We all rent a cabin, which is about, what, Brian? 40 miles away, 30 miles away.
Yeah.
So it's kind of local. But we're out in the woods, near the river. We rent a cabin, and we draft Magic the Gathering boxes.
Very beautiful place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the scenery alone is so inspiring.
Yeah. And, it's one of those things where we go there, and we draft, and we play, and we play hard. I mean, we draft. We don't take very many breaks.
I mean,
just not very many at all.
Our down day really wasn't a down day, was it? Not this time, anyway.
No. So we're there a whole week. We keep stats. We don't celebrate the winner. We make fun of the loser. Whoever loses does the worst. The bottom 2 will play in the tournament at the end to win the special trophy. And we won't go into what the trophy is, but it's definitely special, and it's something you don't want. So this year, and we have the scores behind the camera hanging on the wall still, because we have dry erase boards, and they're still filled out. Somebody was consistently really bad. Who was that, Brian?
I'm not sure.
Looks like Brian.
I wasn't there.
Brian?
Yeah, I didn't do so. I mean, I did okay. I was consistent in, getting, right around the same amount of points the first half as well as the second half. But I didn't really like the sets that much. And maybe that may be something you want to go into. I don't know. It just, I like the last half of the Geekapalooza trip better than I did the first. It's just like I've really struggled with, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Spider-Man and the Avatar. Some of the cards were pretty cool, but I just couldn't get into it.
We just don't like the crossover stuff too much.
Not really.
We're old players, so we like the traditional game. You know, with one of my favorite cards out of those sets that I drafted was Spider Ham Peter Porker. I don't want to say stupid defines that, but it was kind of stupid. You know what I mean? It was a cool card, but you know, all this stuff, it's great for the 8-year-olds, you know, who are trying to play Magic and stuff. That's great. We're kind of serious, even though our trip is kind of funny because we're making fun of the loser the whole time.
Oh yeah, well, we make fun of each other all the time anyway. So,
but we're real competitive though. That trip's competitive, and it's hard to stay out of the bottom because these guys are so good. But Brian was consistently really bad. Usually in a round, we have 8 rounds, eight drafts total, 5 rounds each one. Except for one was Commander. We played that. That was just 1 round. But anyway, we have all these different points. You can get a maximum, because you win points based on the games. So when you play a match, you win 2-0, you get 1 point.
right.
If you lose 1-2, you get 1 point. So it's all based on just how many games you win, not matches. So if we look through here, you know, usually you get 10 points is the most you can do. And it looks like Todd did that 2 times. You know, our buddy Todd. And I think I did it once somewhere. Yeah, way over there. I think that was it. Any other perfect scores?
Well, you know, I have to say that, you know, between all of us, everybody played well, especially Don. Don did extremely well. This, you know, he did.
Well, let's refresh everybody here. What usually happens when we go and Don and Brian go, who ends up in the championship?
Let me guess. Don and Brian.
Don and Brian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, out of the years before this trip, Brian had won 8 trophies. He's the proud owner of 8 trophies. He's like Tom Brady of Geekapalooza.
What can I say?
And then there is Don, who has not gone as many trips as you, but every single time he has gone, he's been in the championship. And he's won 5 trophies.
He's trying.
Yeah. So going into this thing, Brian had 8, Don had 5. And looking at the stats, like at the halfway point over here, Brian, if I look, you had 10 points.
No.
At the halfway point. That's kind of pathetic.
It's really terrible. Everybody else had like 29, 30, 21, 25, 32.
Well, I'm looking. Don had 25. So Don was way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Marcus stunk it up early, and he was actually going to be your opponent, it looked like.
Yeah. For a while it did.
Because even if you look over here, Marcus scored 2, Don scored 5. So in the next round, it was 30-23. Don had that lead on Marcus. And we actually started saying, hey, Don, you're playing so well. You're going to watch the championship this year. You're not even going to be in it.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the jinx.
Famous last words.
So the last 2 drafts, Marcus caught fire and scored 17 points, and Don scored 5.
It was like watching Philadelphia Eagles pulling away from the Dallas Cowboys, scoring 2 or 3 touchdowns.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about football yet, but
yeah, we got tons of it.
Definitely a big Eagles fan. With the season starting soon, my boy Kent Cunningham. Shout out to all those Cowboys fans. Love you guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, Don fell completely apart, and the next to last round, Marcus secured a spot of 4th place out of 6.
Yeah,
so that left you and Don playing the championship again.
Yep.
And that was interesting because I think the last 2 years that y'all played, Don beat you pretty good.
Yeah.
And you stunk it up this year. So the final score was Brian 19, Don 35. So Don almost doubled your score.
Almost.
You know? So he's playing in 5th place, Brian's 6th. So what we do is play the best 5, like 3 out of 5 games. But the person in 5th place automatically has 1 game up. So it's 1-0 Don coming into it.
And what happened?
Well, y'all played 2 games that were really, really close. And you squeaked out a win on both of them. It was pretty impressive. So it was 2-1. And one thing you don't do, all right, as a Magic player, you hate to mulligan ever. Now, a few years ago, Brian, you had Don beat going into the 5th game, and you kept a hand. If I remember, it had like 2 lands, and your cheapest thing to play was like 3 or 4. And he had something called 7, and I thought to myself, he'll definitely mulligan this. You have to.
I should have.
You kept it.
I should have, but like I said, you hate to mulligan in Magic. And normally I don't start a hand unless I got 3 lands in it. I think that's the safe zone.
It's hard to do, though. I mean,
it is hard to do.
3's nice, but here's what you got to think about. When you mulligan, you take 1 card less. So what are your chances of having 3 lands and 6 cards?
Not many.
So if you have 2 out of 7 opening hand, that's keepable, in my opinion. Depending on what else you have. But your hand was a dead man's hand. You couldn't play anything, you got your ass beat, and you won a trophy.
I should have mulliganed.
So Don did the opposite this time. He drew a hand, and it had, I think, 2 lands in it, maybe. Might have had 1. I mean,
I didn't get the. He didn't tell me what was. What
I can't remember that opening hand, but he mulliganed. You got to do that. This is an important game because if he loses this one, you're up 2-1. If he loses this one, he wins the trophy.
Yep.
He mulliganed down to 6, had 1 land.
Then he mulliganed to 5.
Mulliganed down to 5, had 1 land.
And he mulliganed down to 4.
You don't stop. I mean, you have to stop at 5. You can't go to 4. Ever. If you want to win Magic, you never, ever. 5 means you're probably going to lose. 4 is guaranteed.
Yep. Just ask Mr. Cunningham.
That's right. He went to 4. I couldn't believe it. He went to 4 and got 1 land.
That was rough.
Yeah, I said, Don.
That was rough. I mean,
anyway,
I love to play Magic, but I hate to lose that way.
Yeah.
You know, that was just bad luck on Don.
Well, he also should have known not to go past 5. 5's horrible. Going to 4's, you're going to lose. So anyway, he lost. Brian beat him easy. So Don, even though he was at the halfway point, he was in 4th place. Ended up finishing 5th, went to the championship with a game up on Brian, and got skunked. So 3-1, Brian won it, and Don took home the trophy.
What all colors was he playing?
In that final deck?
Yeah.
It seemed like it was red-blue.
I thought it was the 3rd color. Was it black in there?
I don't know. It might have been a 3rd color.
I thought he played 3. I played a mono white deck. For whatever reason, I'm always I love to play just monocolored decks.
Yeah. Well, that's how you are in D&D anyway. You're like the cleric of our D&D group. So
nobody else wants to be with, but yet they appreciate it when you're healing their ass.
You're the white player, no matter if it's Magic or D&D. But anyway, Don won his 6th trophy. That's not 8. You know, Brian's got 8. But Don's catching up. 6. And he's been in 6 championships and 6 Geekapaloozas. He's been to every single one of them. So congratulations, Don. You really, really did well. Yeah, really deserved that win.
Golf clap.
Good job.
Good job.
And Cunningham says we're about out of time here. So is there anything else we need to talk about with Geekapalooza? I mean, we went over the sets a little bit. Did you have a favorite memory from this year, Brian? Anything you want to share?
Oh, God. Yeah. Our very last game of the trip was everybody went down and built a commander deck. Well,
so this was just fun. This wasn't.
This was just for fun.
The championship was over.
It was over.
We built
the
a commander deck.
You know, the trophy was distributed and everything. So we were playing our commander decks, and everybody was getting creatures out except me.
And why was that, Brian?
Well,
who made an appearance at Geekapalooza? Was it Gummy Brian?
Maybe.
So Gummy Brian,
I you gotta have a good time, right? I mean, I remember specifically, I was downstairs and I was like, getting all my cards. I was shuffling up and everything. I left my creatures on the windowsill, and I didn't realize that until we're about midway through the game. Marcus looks and says, "Brian, why's your deck like this tall and everybody else is like this?" I'm like, uh-oh.
So Brian forgot to put creatures in his deck. So that was fun.
Yeah.
But out of that commander game, what was interesting is Don had the best deck. We drew color restrictions. We do that sometimes just for fun. So certain colors you couldn't play. So white is what I drafted a lot of. And that was one of my restrictions. So instead of playing a green-white deck, I had to play solid green.
See, that would be something that would happen to me.
Yeah.
And I'm a white player. And
It didn't mess you
I
up.
would surely pick up, but I didn't. Mine was like red and black, I think.
Yeah, 2 colors you don't play.
Not really.
So yeah, we did that, and Don had the best deck, but I had one card that I drafted.
Stalled the entire game. Thanks a lot there, buddy.
Ensnaring Bridge, a classic old card. Came out of the mystery packs, I guess. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Ensnaring Bridge says it's an artifact for 3, I think, and it says creatures can't attack. Creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand can't attack. So I played that late. I had no hand, of course. So every time I drew a land, just put it down. If I had something, I play it. The deck was green, so it was mostly creatures, so I didn't have to hold instance.
Yeah, it held the game up. Thanks a lot. Or at least about an hour and a half.
Well,
Everybody's wondering what to do, you know.
Well, nobody took care of it until late. And what happened was Don was drawing 5, 6 cards a hand. Like every time it came to him, he's drawing all these cards. So Josh and I were just waiting. So, let him mill out. He's got the best deck. And then we'll start playing again. And I think you destroyed that enchantment with, like, Don had like 3 or 4 cards left in his library, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that many. Anyway, we had a lot of fun.
I may have, as messed up as I was, I may have had that card in my hand the whole time. I just didn't realize it.
Well, I think you were waiting. You were waiting for him to mill out, and then you gave him a chance. Had a couple cards left.
So you're welcome, Don.
Yeah, good job, Don. So we had a good time. It was a fun trip, and we'll do it again next August, hopefully. In the meantime, we'll start preparing, start training. Don can hopefully defend his crown. He did a good job this year. Definitely a Geekapalooza loser. All right, so I think that's it. We'll try to get better equipment sometime soon, and maybe we can film again before too long, Brian. We need to get back on schedule. These vacations have messed us up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it. So we'll just sign off with...
May the Ravens
forever heed your call. See you next time.
later.